We originally planned to go to Jamaica earlier this year for my birthday, but things didn't work out the way we wanted it to. Nevertheless, we decided that wasn't going to hold us back. So we traveled to Las Vegas in February. It was cold, okay? It was very cold, but we had a blast. And this is how the trip went. We stayed at the Horseshoe Hotel on the Strip. We wanted to go outside and explore for a bit and also visit the Las Vegas sign. The sign is 2.4 miles from the Horseshoe. It took us 59 minutes to walk. However, you can drive. It only takes 17 minutes to get there, but while you're walking, there's so much to look at: the buildings and all the busy street, the people walking, food, the smells in the air. It's just so wonderful. I highly recommend walking. So what do you think about the street escalator?
Oh, it helped you get across those busy streets without having to sit there and wait and wait and wait for the light to change.
Did you?
And it was a lot safer.
Mm-hmm.
A lot safer. Yeah.
So what do you think about being up top?
It's not that bad. It's just another way to get around without, like I said, without standing on the corner waiting for the light to change.
Right. What about the buildings and stuff?
Buildings are amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you liked it.
yeah, yeah. The walk to the sign was long because we really didn't know where we were going. And if you don't keep track in the direction that you're walking, you can easily get turned around and head back to where you just came from. So you gotta pay attention and look and see the signs and the hotels and the casinos and keep track of the direction that you're going in.
Okay, so what would be your advice to anyone that's looking for the sign?
Get someone that knows the place and where you're going, because from where we were, it was a straight shot down the same street. And if you don't know where you're going before you start, there's a possibility that you will get turned around and get lost.
Right. So after wandering around for quite a while, we eventually gave in and called an Uber, which only took us a couple of minutes, which was so crazy because it was down the street from our hotel. So when we got there, we saw a huge line. So we thought we had to line up to take a picture, which we later found out that if you wanted someone to take your picture, you have to pay for that. But if you just want to take a picture by yourself, you can go to the side of the line and take your picture and just move forward, which was so nice because we found a very kind couple who offered to take our picture, which was very nice. And while you're traveling, you really meet some really great people out there. So, yeah. So after spending a couple of days checking out the city, we decided to go on a tour to the Grand Canyon. They came to pick us up super early. We grabbed a bite at one of the restaurants that opens up like like 6 o'clock, which made it very convenient for us to like get you something to eat. Okay, you're gonna be on the bus for a little bit before you can grab a snack, and be sure to get out there and listen for your name, because they're not gonna come inside and call your name. So be sure to go out there, listen. And we hopped on a small transport vehicle to take us to the big bus, which also picks up a lot of different people from multiple different hotels as well.
That's really big, 277, 446 kilometers. So, of course, so big, we cannot visit the whole Grand Canyon in one day. Yeah, we have to pick up some of the location to enjoy the canyon view. Okay, so my name is Wayne,
Hello, Wayne.
like John Wayne.
Huh?
I wish, yeah, that's famous, yeah. Yeah, and that's famous, but I'm the driver and tour guide. Pretty crazy, working for this company 15 years already.
Wow.
So I went to Grand Canyon maybe at least 3,500 times. Yeah, see,
Let me tell you something. I love having tour guides that just give you the information. I feel like while he's telling me the story, I feel like I'm there, I'm living it, I'm seeing it in the past, and it's just so wonderful to have this while not just sitting on the bus, you're getting the story behind your experience, which is so great. So our first stop was the Joshua Tree National Park. When we arrived, we were told to go straight through the entrance to go on our first bus to take us to Eagle Point. This is where we would get our lunch before we move on to our next part of our tour. But also Eagle Point is where the skywalk is. As you can see, it was snowing and sleeting, so it wasn't comfortable for us to like go on the skywalk, and we chose not to. Plus if you wanted to go on a skywalk, you had to pay extra if you didn't already book it with your tour as well. But at Eagle Point, there's so much to see as well, so much to learn about their culture and history and everything. So after we check out outside for a bit, we went straight inside to get our lunch. The gift shop is located soon as you enter the building. Also, the skywalk is to the back of the building, and we went upstairs to grab our lunch. If you want to sit at the window, you have to ask for a window seat, of course, if it's available, but you can always get up and look. Tell me something. Would you go on the skywalk, being that it's glass? I'm scared of heights, but I was willing to try, but unfortunately we didn't get to go on it this time. Maybe next time.
The Grand Canyon was spectacular, but the day before we went, it was nice, sun shining, almost 70 degrees, sun shining, everything beautiful. The day we went to the Grand Canyon, it was a cold day. We thought maybe it'll get a little bit warmer, but as we drove from Nevada to Arizona, the weather changed on us. At one point, it was snowing. At another point, it was raining. At another point, it was sleeting. It was just horrible, and the wind was blowing like you would not believe. And even though they had those flamethrowers or those heaters out there, you couldn't feel any heat because the wind was blowing so strong. There was no kind of protection to stop you from that wind and that cold. The next day, back to 80 degrees.
So what do you think about like the view and stuff?
Oh, the view was beautiful. You could look down and look down into the canyon, walk around. We didn't do too much walking because of the weather, but we'd like to go back again one day in the summertime where we can probably take the helicopter ride and see some of the other things we didn't get a chance to see.
One of the good things about the bus system at the Grand Canyon is they come every 5 to like 10 minutes. It's not that long, which is nice. And it takes you straight back to your bus. For the final part of our tour, we went to the Hoover Dam. We are coming to the end of the video. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Hey, before we leave, I just want to say the level of skills the engineers of this dam had when they created this dam is amazing. It's like a beautiful masterpiece, and it's something that you have to see in person to really appreciate the beauty and the level of skills and time they took to create something like this. But thank you so much again. See you on the next adventure. Stay blessed. Bye.